up, guys? I'm back, and today I figured out that I had a lot of fidgets. Didn't even realize it. So I have a fidget drawer, and I'm going to show you every single fidget that I have. So we're going to start off with this fidget. If you all do not have this, it's fine. I'm showing you fidgets that some of them I just made, and some of them I don't. But this one is just an empty white thing. Really crackly to fun play with, and like you can just like do that. Hang on. What? I will in a second. I will. Yeah, tuck your bag. Next, I have this plastic thing, ruffled to play with. But I think it's just fun to like mess around with like this. Next I have this little stuff that comes out of a shoe whenever you buy it. And it's really like fun to squish. It's really fun to like hear the sound. It's really fun to unravel and unravel back. It's really fun to play with. I also have this loofah. It's fun to play with. And I recommend you could bring this to school, but it's really big. And I don't recommend bringing it because I mean, it's big, but it's quiet, so I would probably recommend it if it's some. But the other three that I showed you, the bag, the plastic wrap, and the one I just showed you, do not bring to school. They are way too loud. But this, I would recommend you could bring to school. Now, next thing, I have this. It's a makeup brush. And the bristles are just like really soft. So like I was thinking like it's a fidget toy because you could play around with the bristles. And it's a really cool brush. So I would recommend you can bring this to school, but it's really big, so I would be careful. Unless you're virtual, then you can just have it. I have this nail filer. It's really textury. And it's sparkly, and it has 3 hearts of JoJo hearts. So I would recommend you could bring this to school. It wouldn't distract, just like rub it and like play around with it to get you focused. Next is these rubber bands. I don't know if they're actually a fidget or not. I just threw them in there because they look like a fidget. This one's not broke, but this one is. But I'm going to show you this one first. So like you can stretch it around. You could bring these to school, but just remember, do not slingshot them or you will get in trouble. If they're round. If they're not and they're just broken like this, you can still slingshot them, but I would recommend not to. You could bring them to school just to like rub around and like stretch and play with them, but do not slingshot it. This one's more easier to stretch since it's not in a loop. And if you guys can hear it, kind of makes a sound. So I could recommend bringing these to school. I don't know who has these or who doesn't, but they're little hair ties and they're like stretchy and they have like this grips. And this is a fidget because I've seen it in fidget toys. So I know for a fact this is a fidget and it's really fun to play with. So I could recommend bringing this to school, but do not slingshot it. Doesn't even go far, but I would recommend not to slingshot. Next, we have this plastic bag with no top. You can inside out it, mess around with it. Do not bring. I have 1, 2. I think I have more. Yeah, 3, and that's it. I only have 3, but they're really noisy, so I would recommend not to bring them to school. And next, we just have this plain bag that's you can ruffle around, mess with. It's a fidget, so I would recommend not to bring this to school either because it's really loud. Next, I have this pretty sparkly felt thingy. And I could recommend bringing this to school, but if it's not glittery, you can bring it to school. But this is really glittery, and it gets glitter everywhere, so I would recommend to bring it to school. But then again, not to bring it because it can get glitter everywhere. But it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. But it's fun to like just do this around. Next, we have 2 water squishies. A Coke water squishy that's green. And if you don't believe me, it's Coke. I would recommend you could bring this to school, but it's really noisy, so be really careful. But do not bring it to school because it's way too big. And a water squishy. And it's very noisy. See, it's a water bottle squishy. It's very noisy, so I would recommend not to bring these two because they're noisy, but they're really fun to play with. And this one's orange. Next, we have this block. I don't know really what to do as a fidget toy. I have if you guys don't believe me, I can get it out right now, which I am. I have a whole entire stack of these. Hang on. Get the rest out. I have a whole stack of green blocks in their fidget toys. They're really fun to mess around with. They like break and have like this, and like just to like feel the texture. I could recommend you could bring these to school, but I don't know. They're just fun to mess around with and play with. So I would recommend you could bring them. Now, I also have this cactus pin. It's really my friend's. I'm supposed to bring it back, but we don't have school tomorrow. So I'll bring it back next Wednesday and Thursday because we only go two days a week. Bring it back next Wednesday and Thursday. And it's a fidget because of the cactus gripples. It's really fun to mess around with. But I have to bring it back to her, and I have to. Next, I have this cool fidget thing. It's just like a mess around thing, buttons, sides that roll, and this thing like this. Just a little thing to mess around with. Next, I have sliders. I have 4 sliders. 4 sliders. These things are just fun to go like this and feel the grip, or you can open them and then zip them back if you want to. I'm not telling you have to, or you can just take a lot of them and go around like this. Sadly, I don't have a monkey noodle, but I will be making one because I know how to. And I only have 2 more things in my fidget drawer. I have this tiara. I thought it was a fidget because like the texture and you can play around with it. It's really tiny, so be careful you don't lose it. And last but not least, a peanut butter slime. It is a fidget. Slime and putty are always fidgets. So let me get out my peanut butter slime. This slime, if girls or boys have that watch my videos, they're just little fun little things to mess around with, to stretch with, to poke, to make bubbles with, but this slime does not. This is a butter slime, and it's just really squishy and fun to play with. It's not sticky. It might be sticky at first when you buy it, but then after a while it gets unsticky. But this is peanut butter whipped slime, and it's from Yummers. I think that's what it says. I don't know. That is all my fidgets. I do have more makeup brushes, but I don't recommend their fidgets. I also have this cool rock. It's not a fidget. I know that. So let's not play with that. But we do have this bubble stuff, which you like blow from the tube. You like squirt this out on the bottom and just blow it. Here, I'll do it right now for you guys. I gotta open it. Whoops. Okay, hang on. If I can poke it. I'm not going to take the wrapping off because then I will forget what color it is. Okay, hang on. I think the green might be open. If the green's open, I'm going to use that one. This one does not want to open. It's the yellow one. I'm trying to open it, but it does not want to open. I think I could get either the green one open or it's already open. I think I might be able to get this one open. Yeah, open. Okay. So, of course, it's going to pop out. It's going to make a bubble. But you're just going to, like, take a tube like that. It's like ointment. And just, like, put it on there. And then you're going to mess around with it. Like this. Put it on there. Just like that. And then you're going to blow. And make sure there's no holes in the bubble. And whenever you get done, you just pinch it. And then you let it go. But if there is a hole in it, it will start deflating like this. Or you can just see that. That's why I recommend it's a fidget toy, because after you blow the bubble, it pops and it's really fun to play with. So I would recommend this is a fidget toy, but do not bring it to school. I mean, do not bring it to school.
Bella, you need to go shower.
I will.
Now.
Okay.
I've been telling you for a friggin' hour.
I gotta go shower, guys. But yeah, that's the end of my fidget toys. I also have these elastics that I think it's a fidget. Because they're like fun to stretch and like put in your hair and twirl. So I think these are fidgets. I have a whole bunch. Hang on. Get them all. Okay, here we go. Here's all my elastics. Okay, guys, I'm going to make a part 2 when I get out of the shower. So like for part 2. Bye.